Definitely the biggest story of the day. This was the number one trend on Google on March 31st. This was it had to be the number one trend worldwide, and of course, I'm talking about how we all finally found out why Kristi Noem allegedly made that sex lounge in her luxury 737 plane to have sex with her coworker Corey Lewandowski. Allegedly,
Right. Right.
that's what we all learned on Tuesday, March 31st.
Curtain was lifted.
The curtain was lifted in a stunning turn of events. Wes, Kristi Noem's husband, Byron. Here he is. There's Byron with Kristi.
I got to correct you, Will. I thought it was Byron, too. It's Bryon.
Oh, Bryon with a Y.
Bryon.
Sorry.
Yeah.
The
No,
YR,
you don't have to apologize. Let's call him Byron for the rest of the show.
Well, I thought he was Byron, but he's
Like a
Bryon.
Mormon?
I think I was calling
Like a Mormon
him Byron.
kid?
Yeah, he's Bryon.
That's such a Mormon kid name.
Bryon.
Oh my god.
You're right. You're right. It's Bryon. Okay, so that's Kristi's wife, Bryon Noem.
How do I make Brian rhyme with Zion?
And so then it's Kristi. She's looking upset at the beach with him for some reason. But that's the married couple. Right.
I'm gonna call him Byron.
Okay, Byron.
Come on.
But Byron or Bryon, he's what's in the news globally is he's had images of himself in what appears to be a fantasy drag type situation, American Gladiator style, kind of, with huge balloons for tits. Published by, as Pat said earlier, pretty much every media outlet in the world.
Look at the size of those big tits.
He's like that Canadian teacher.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's exactly like the Canadian.
With the tits.
Yeah.
Except he kind of has a John Cena face.
Huge tits, yeah, on a big, like, muscular dude, older muscular guy, tall guy.
Dude,
and this is everywhere. This picture is everywhere.
How mad is Bryon that this didn't come out one day later? One day later,
On
and
April
you could
Fools, it would have been so
spin
good on
this
April
shit
Fools, yeah.
out of Oh, damn. Damn.
It sucks for Bryon, but I don't know if he's really too broken up about
He's
this at
free
all.
now, Pat.
I'm gonna, yeah, exactly.
Right.
Mark, I'm kind of with you, on that one, because let's break this down and see why Bryon, is in the crosshairs now, because the Noem family have asked for privacy and prayers after being blindsided, quote unquote, blindsided by the report that Bryon is addicted to what's called bimbofication. Okay, and so bimbofication,
Like their house burned down or something.
Dude, I know. You can deny this so hard. You could spin this. There's no spin on this. They walked right into the fucking shotgun barrel and they let someone pull the trigger saying, we need prayers and privacy right now.
I think that's what Noem's team, that's what Kristi's team is saying.
There's no way this snuck up on Kristi. You can't hide a 40-pound fake set of tits.
It's true.
No.
I don't care how nice their house is. Someone's finding that thing.
So I showed you guys the picture that's all over the internet.
I
This
mean-
one's all over the internet with him with the 40-pound knockers that he put in his like skin colored spandex shirt. But bimbofication, guys, it's a fetish where basically you try to make yourself look as much as you can like a Barbie doll, right? And so Bryon, he is into these bimbofication fetish sites.
It's
and
like
he's posting pics. Look at this. Look, he's posting pics like this.
Look at the size of those things.
And then so that's Bryon in like a spandex pink, like shorts,
like the
and
My
then
Little
also
Pony
a halter
bros.
top.
The
Yeah, with the 40-pound fake titties. And so that's bimbofication. And so Bryon, he likes to bimbofy himself as well, make himself like a Barbie doll.
Ways.
Wait, but is he is he want to transition as well? Is this the start of a transition?
Hold on.
Okay,
Let's not get ahead of ourselves.
Real quick,
I want to go right to the
Let's
end.
ask Bryon. Come on in.
Welcome to the show.
When does he start calling himself Brienne?
I went down a rabbit hole on Reddit, and this woman was posting about her partner male being into bimbofication. I thought, oh, it's the same situation, but no. her partner wanted her
Right.
to
Right.
turn into a bimbo.
And so
Sure.
this is
I think that's probably the more normal of the two.
Right.
this is also
Yeah.
this is also maybe
most men, you mean?
Yeah.
right.
I want you to
Wes.
be real slutty with huge titties.
Yeah.
I don't want you to say much, and I want you to have a lot of makeup on.
That's right.
That's exactly it. And that's kind
That
of what
guy's
bimbo
Bryon, Pat.
it is. Bryon is into bimbofication, and bimbofication in his case means he wants to see women bimbofied, but he also likes to want to see himself bimbofied. And so
Walks
what
it like
happened
he talks it.
exactly? He loves it both ways. And so what happened was
I'll go
three.
first.
A good manager won't ask you to do anything he won't do himself.
That's right.
So
Leaders lead from the back.
yeah, that's what Bryon is trying to do. So what happened was 3 of the entertainers on one of these sites. Now the exact site has not been.
I think it's
declassified,
FetLife. I personally think it's
Pat
FetLife.
thinks it's FetLife because it's the biggest
Can we
one.
dive into that website?
Yeah, so FetLife has 12 million users, and if you are into any sort of fetish, whatever, it is it's like what Craigslist Backpage used to be, but it's way more organized. You can get into a community quickly. It's very
Is that where the
progressive.
Milkman was?
Yeah, no, that was a different one. That was lame. That was like commercialized. If you're a real fet homie and you want to meet up, you're going FetLife. Like the guy that killed his wife's lover, has set his wife up in
Yes.
Virginia. FetLife.
Oh,
You-
okay.
yeah,
Yeah, that
yeah.
one. That's big. Yeah, that's a big site. So maybe it's that biggest one. There are hundreds of bimbofication sites out there when I just did a quick search. So but what happened was 3 of these performers, they from whichever site it was, maybe FetLife, maybe one of the others, they come forward to the Daily Mail with quote unquote hundreds of messages sent to them by a user named quote unquote Jason Jackson. Okay, Jason Jackson is actually just Bryon
Bryon Noem.
right? Exactly, Noem. And so
Jackson with an X.
so they sent hundreds of messages, these 3 women,
Definitely.
whistleblowers, to the Daily Mail. And Noem's husband enthusiastically praised their heavily augmented appearances and proclaimed he coveted, quote, huge, ridiculous boobs. And that was like most of his thing, which most of the guys on Bimbofication are there for.
Yeah.
But then Bryon allegedly sent at least 25 grand.
Like this big.
Yeah, like the literal balloons. Like
Yeah,
just
but he showed him. I'm
Balloon
talking
big.
this big.
Right.
well, right. But this is so I'm about to tell you where that pops in.
Hang on,
So,
I got him. Hang on.
so Bryon allegedly spent at least 25 grand on these bimbos via Cash App and PayPal, right? And did stuff like this, Mark. So he would trade selfies with one of the women, and then he told her, okay, I'm going to worship you like a goddess. But then he also told her, you turned me into a girl. And then he asked, should I
Yeah.
put on leggings? And so it's like,
I mean,
does-
he needs her to say yes there.
Bro, I'm
Yes.
sure she says yes.
She
What you're
has
looking
to say-
is the answer you're looking for? Yes.
Yeah.
And so,
waiting on response.
basically,
Checks bank account.
Bryon is sending like 100 of these a night, basically asking like, hey, should I put on the ladies' clothes again? And they're like, yeah, do it. And then he pays, a shitload of money for that.
This is a loophole in his mind, basically.
Yeah, and then
Well,
the
his wife's
bimbos-
out there fucking Corey Lewandowski on a.
Well, look at what her husband's doing. Her husband's got 40-pound tits on at home.
Doesn't seem like he
That's
cares.
tough. It's a tough situation all around, fellas.
Which
You
came
got-
first, the boob or the fucking?
You
I
got
don't
it
know.
diagnosed. Yeah, it's a tough call right there. But the fucking was very much more public than the boobs first. The bimbos figured it out when one of them butt dialed their mega fan Jason Jackson, no X, sorry Pat, on accident. But then when the voicemail came up, it was Noem Insurance, leave a message
Oh,
from
no.
Bryon's
Oh,
cell phone.
Brian, you're using
And so
fucking personal
Sloppy.
line.
Yeah.
exactly. So it was destined from that point to have his booby pics sold to the tabloids. When the women directly confronted Bryon, so the 3 women who he was most into directly confronted him. They were like, dude, we figured out, Jason Jackson, that you're actually like Bryon Noem, right? And so they directly confronted Bryon about his identity. He apparently told him he didn't care. He's just like, whatever, I don't care if you know. And
Answer
this
the
was-
question about the leggings.
Right.
This was
my
exactly-
wife's been out there banging Corey Lewandowski.
To Pat's point, this was around the same time the entire country was making jokes about his wife cheating on him. And one of the fucking bimbos even like directly confronted him like about getting his wife back and shit. He's like, I can't do anything about it. So, like, maybe this is a little bit of revenge in some ways. He doesn't give a fuck about this information coming out. He even not confirmed, but he didn't deny it to the Daily Mail when they reached out to him. It's definitely something that Bryon just likes to do, but maybe a tinge of revenge here.
I'd like to look at the timeline very closely to when the first pic was posted on FetLife and when he found out about the
You
the
think
room in
his
the sky.
immediate grief reaction was to become a full-on bimbet? I think it was
I gotta
probably
do
in there.
something weird.
Oh no, he definitely likes bimbofication. That's established.
After the leggings, I'd like. Does anyone know how to hide a 40-pound dimension 30 by 30 by 80 object?
Well, guys, I want to point something out here.
It's amazing.
The Noem before or after in some
bimbofication.
situations, right, could be considered a bimbofication. I mean,
Nice.
I think she had her tits done. She obviously had massive amounts of plastic surgery.
Well, Bryon could have been the architect of that. So,
There's them the day they got married.
yeah,
Mhm.
What size that guy?
he's huge.
Yeah, he's a giant, dude. He's
a big
fucking
dude. He's
huge.
a big boy. And so, Pat, you pulled up what President Trump had to say about it,
Dude,
right?
I can't believe. Okay, I love this. Is okay. You guys know I fucking hate President Trump, but I love how accessible he is to the media for moments like this. Because the Daily Mail, everyone has a cell phone number. Everyone has President Trump's cell phone number, and the Daily Mail called him up. I'm assuming, and he laid this quote down when asked about if he'd heard about Kristi Noem's husband's bimbofication issues. Trump said, "Quote: Wow. Well, I feel badly for the family if that's the case. That's too bad. I don't know anything about it."
Yeah,
Great quote. Great
Yeah.
quote from Donnie T.
that's
It's
too bad.
This is a literal Veep episode in real life. I mean, it's a public secret relationship between two married people in DC, right? Kristi Noem, Corey Lewandowski. She doesn't deny having sex with him at the hearing earlier this month. She just called it tabloid garbage. She never denied having sex with him. So the
It's
assumption
a
there
little
is
bit more forgivable.
definitely
now,
banged him, right?
way more forgivable.
and then Bryon is confronted
almost
by the
expected.
big booby bimbos he's addicted to about trying to get his wife back, and just shrugs it off and says he's going to stay in bimbo land forever. And you really can't blame Bryon if she was fucking Corey before he got into bimbofication.
You lose a little attraction for your husband when you find his 40-pound tits.
Well, it's the chicken or the egg. It's the chicken or
Right.
the egg, Wes. It's the
Right.
chicken or the egg now.
Well, I got to
And
point out, I posed
For
this
Halloween
question
or
to Will earlier today. That's what I thought at first. It was Halloween. They could have spun
Yeah.
this, by the way, as a Halloween costume. But I thought to myself, is this a psyop? Because Kristi Noem so desperately wants to be president. It's also an open secret.
she's never.
She has
That's
no
why
chance.
I know.
No
But
chance.
in her mind, guys, she
has
might
no
she
chance.
thinks she has a chance. That's why she's probably gonna go to jail for the fraud of the spending on that ad. But the reason she spent on the ad was so she could get so much face recognition with the people. Now she has this Corey
getting
Lewandowski
shipped to Siberia, and this is Occam's razor.
I know, but she has
Yeah.
Lewin-
her
she has
husband's
the
a
Lewin-
bimbet.
She has the Lewandowski
Yeah, I mean,
scandal.
she's
which
now
is tough to
forever.
overcome.
It's down bad.
This is over. I mean, this is a
Yeah.
Pat. I almost
But
named this Pat.
Does
I
this
almost-
absolve her from the cheating?
in the
public's eye?
Pat,
No, I mean,
Pat.
absolving from the cheating is one thing, but not. She has
That's
no
the
path.
psyop.
She has no path to the
No,
presidency.
Pat.
I would
almost-
sentence her less if I was a judge and I knew about these pictures.
Yeah.
Or if you were
I
the
al-
public.
No.
Yeah.
I almost.
I feel
No.
Right, you feel bad for her, right?
Yeah,
a
but
little
it's-
bit.
Oh,
yeah.
it's the puppy murdering lady that did a bad job.
Yeah,
Had
the
sex
puppy
on the
murderer
airplane. Her husband wore big
whose
fake
husband-
tits.
We're taking a
What's the
year
whole
off
bad?
for each tit your husband has.
You are a giant lady. How tall are you?
I almost named this segment "Another One Bites the Dust." That's how over her fucking political career is.
Right.
The related memes here are the dog who says, "Tell Kristi I want her to know it was me who leaked the pictures," because as every dog out there
Yeah,
knows,
yeah,
they
yeah.
fucking hate Kristi Noem. Then some other related memes I just thought were funny. Lindsey Graham went clay shooting, and then somebody roasted him and said, "I'm going to refer to gay sex as going clay shooting from now on." And then also Matt Gaetz, real quick.
Ricochet shot on Graham.
He also
Hold on.
Matt
The
Gaetz
Graham-
also went on the Benny Johnson pod and said he was told by a military member that aliens are breeding hybrid humans at 12 locations across America. Benny Johnson, by the way, was caught taking Russian money before at Tenet Media in 2024. So everybody going on his show and telling you about aliens, I'd take it with a grain of salt.
I want to real quick on the Lindsey Graham thing. So the reason Graham posted that photo that got trolled by that epic meme is because he was at Disney World over the weekend, and TMZ has sicked TMZ has sicked their photographers on politicians, saying, "Get me photos of politicians on vacation while the government shut down," and they did. They got Lindsey Graham at Disney World holding a pink fairy princess scepter. Okay, and Graham, to I guess quiet those rumors, posted this photo. Spent some time breaking glaze in Edgefield County today. I wasn't at Disney World. I was
he shooting women
in the woods hunting. Right? Yeah, you're guys.
That guy's living his best life. Lindsey Graham is living his best life. I can tell you that.
Damn, dude, that one picture of Lindsey Graham at the restaurant got posted to our Discord server. That was one of our listeners.
Oh, really?
That was their family. Yeah, I think.
Oh, nice.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, I mean, pink. You know, Alex Jones was pretty offended by this. I don't know if you guys saw that, but the pink princess scepter, grown man.
Amazing. God, that's amazing.
He's listed at 5'11". Byron Noem's listed at 5'11". That can't be true.
There's
right?
no
I
fucking
saw
way that guy's
6'5"
Yeah.
online.
I'm seeing 5'9".
No, wait, what is she, 5'2"?
Seeing 5'9".
Look at how long his legs are in this picture of with the fake tits.
I saw 6'5".
That picture is so ridiculous.
Look at how long his thighs are.
That's my favorite one. With his stomach popping out, his hairy stomach popping.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, is Bimbofication, is it just a cover? Like, is it like the lesser of like, okay, I really just want to be a woman, but I'm not going to go that far.
I don't know why Bryon is into Bimbofication, but like it with the
You
way
gotta
that he's
get on FetLife and ask, dog.
with the way that his marriage is, like, can you really blame him for being
Yeah.
into some weird shit?
No, I'm way less mad at Noem for the plain sex and you know, like maybe they just have their own things. Maybe it's best for both of them to move.
Clearly,
Yeah.
they've got their own.
Maybe they both just be happy.
Yeah. Let Bryon have the ranch and do his thing.
No.
I don't want her
Bryon-
to be happy, dude. That dog,
Bryon-
immigrant hating bitch.
Bryon,
I'm a
Well, I
Bryon
want to be
guy,
happy.
though.
I do not like
well,
her.
yeah, everybody's rooting for Bryon, but Bryon has said his Christian faith will not let him get a divorce. So that's probably another reason why he's just, trying to bimbofy it in the dark.
Maybe he just wants her at home, and this is the way he thought he could do that, is like get her out of everything.
I need you home. I need to get off these
cry for help.
bimbos.
Yeah, it's definitely a cry for help.
I need my main bimbo.
It was a long play to completely sink her career.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Well, it worked. It worked for that.
But then I liked
How
it.
much money do you need
It
to
started
have
as a prank.
where the money doesn't matter, where 25 grand doesn't matter?
Well,
Like, do you think the 25 grand
he's
matters
independent.
or not?
No, he's independently wealthy. So he's like a big insurance sales guy. So
All
he's got a ton of money of his own. He doesn't need Kristi's cash.
Well, then apply it to your relationship. How much money would you need to have for your woman to not be mad about the money?
About
She's gonna be mad about the
grand.
bimbofication, but she's not gonna be mad about 25 grand.
10
I
million.
feel like anybody can hide
okay.
25 grand.
Yeah, I think you can say I'll
You
stop
get
it.
creative with the books.
I
you
won't.
can
I won't
hide
do 25 grand every year. I had a.
If
I had
you're worth
tough
$1 million
year.
bucks, 25 grand.
I mean, probably had his own
Yeah.
insurance company. Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah, he's worth a few million, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Look, let me have some fun, okay? I made $1 million this year.
Seeing there's nearly 31,000 upcoming events, local events on FetLife that you can attend, virtual workshops,
Yeah.
play
Well,
parties.
Wes,
If there's a bimbofication one, you might want to check and see
Oh,
if Jason
if you
Jackson
wanna-
is there.
If you want to fuck tomorrow, you can do it on FetLife. Like
Well, it says
tomorrow.
Yeah.
Interesting.
But do I have to dress up like a fucking furry to
No,
do it?
no, it's whatever fetish you have. It's subdom shit. It's
do they have any just like regular, like they're like
Totally.
my fetish is just
What about
regular-
horny regular guy?
sex regular
Yeah,
I have a
They
pussy
have the-
fetish.
they have
Yeah.
the great fantasy thing. Yeah, you could just be like a no strings attached fetish.
what about not sure on commitment? Wants pussy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, look, I
Got a
signed
fetish
Wes
for that?
up. I just haven't gotten approved yet.
Thank you.
Nice. Nice.
You damn right I signed Wes up. I did it this afternoon.
My if I ever get in the real trouble, my background history is going to be hilarious.
Yeah.
All these
Look, my
sites.
buddy just keeps doing this as a joke. To me.
Yeah. It's something he thinks it's funny.
No, Fred signed me up. Fred signed me
Sure.
up for all that.
You're on a nasty
Sure,
west.
nasty Wes.
Yeah, that ain't me.
Nasty to the last drop, huh, Wes?
All right, well, we got to stay updated on this war chest, as the New York Post called it, which
Yeah.
was an amazing headline.
The war chest. I mean, Bryon has put himself right in the middle of the public limelight for sure. So
He's the
we're gonna
number one political story right now.
He was the number one trend of the day,
Yeah.
March 31st. Yeah, in the world.
I mean, everyone had it, dude. Fox News had it, CNN had it. It was TV, print.
It was
Everything,
international. Internet. Everybody published it because it's unbelievable. Yeah.
Yeah.